Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 53 of Direwolf20's All the Mods 8 series, where I went ahead and made a second metal press to get some silver plates, specifically because it's time to get this whole production line up and running. So the first thing we need to do, as a reminder, we're working towards getting the advanced electro component that we need in order to make the Nexium Emitter. And this is the last thing we need from the Nexium Emitter, if I remember correctly. Yes, this is literally the last thing we need. So we just need to make this, and we should be cool. I can probably add this to my to-do list at some point, but, you know, actually, I don't even know that we need to automate that, to be honest with you, because it's already done. Boom. So realistically, we just need the HV accumulator, which doesn't look too bad. Oh, we do need hop graphiting. I'm pretty sure... I mean, we can see if there's a way to do this without, but I thought in the past, well, actually, no, it does look doable without the arc furnace. We just need an industrial squeezer. So that's one more multi-block we're going to need to make that I missed. That's all right, we'll get it going. But in order to get this advanced electronic component, we need duroplast sheets. Aluminum wire and vacuum tubes are easy to get, unless they've changed. Nope, they're easy. Pretty easy, at least. Should be straightforward. And then duroplast sheets require a bottling machine with a metal press mold plate. And then in order to make that, we need phenolic resin, which is made in a refinery with acetaldehyde, and creosote oil. Creosote oil, remember, I'm already making, and we'll probably bring down here. And then acetaldehyde that needs ethanol, which we're making in Pneumaticraft World right next door. And silver plates, which I just showed being made. Hooray. So let's get this first pit going. So the refinery is here. And then we just need to figure out how you accept fluids. I'm assuming it's probably... There's probably a fluid input somewhere. That's probably power, I would guess. I'm guessing this is power. Yep. Alright, so he's got power now. Step one. This might be an input, and this might be an input? Maybe? This is the fluid input, I bet. Yeah. So let's get laser IO going for this bit. So you will need to be... On this side, you're going to be inserting fluids. What was it, channel 8? I want to say. Now, that might be too far away from here. That definitely feels way too far. So let's get a laser connector up and running to cook these guys up. And then you can connect to that, and that should be cool. Nice. So if I'm not mistaken, ethanol's going in. Beautiful. We're already halfway there. So ethanol's going in. Now, in theory, you're also going to want to insert... So let's get a hopper just to figure out where these things go. So if I got a silvery plate... I made them. I didn't put them in my inventory yet. That's on me. Is that? No, that doesn't look right, does it? No, that absolutely does not look right. Think he goes in there? Nope. That's not right. Where do you think this guy goes? Think that's an output, maybe? Or can it be an output? I have no idea. This is the output. Okay, well, that's cool. So that's how we'll output our made stuff. So that's good. I'm assuming that you are cooking up more... Yep. Ethanol. Nice. And then you're filling up more. Beautiful. 16,700? Okay, 16,650. It's still going, so that's good. Where does the item input go on this bad boy, then? It can't be that, right? So this is a 2x2 block face. Where are the items going on this guy? Right? Because remember when we built it, it was a 2x2 of steel sheets or whatever? Do you think he goes in over here? That could be an input? I'm assuming that's the fluid input, though, right? Yeah. So that's not right. This is the redstone control to turn it on and off. We tested here. Where do we think the inputs are on this thing? Will it tell me here? Refinery. Fluids are input through the 2 ports on either side of the block and output through the orange marked front using buckets to applying resistance and control converted using the engineer's screwdriver. Most refinery as a catalyst. This catalyst is not consumed, but the process will not work without it. To produce biodiesel, combine equal parts. Oh, so it doesn't consume the catalyst? Oh, well, we don't need to automate that then. That makes life easier, right? Hey, that's pretty cool. All right, I'll take that. And then what we're going to want is pipes. So we could use the fluid pipes from Immersive Engineering for this. That could be cool. Could be cool. Yeah, why not? Let's just use them. I don't see a reason not to use them, right? Should be neat. I kind of like to use the mods items when I can, right? Like if we're doing Immersive Engineering, let's use Immersive Engineering's pipes. Just so we have the whole aesthetic, you know? And hey, look, acetylhydride. Okay, now let's go home. And I'm going to steal the pyrolyzer here. Okay, and bring it downstairs. So I'll leave this fluid tank. We'll go back. And if we just plop the pyrolyzer here, and we configure the output to be to the left, if we put coal in there, you should be getting creosote oil. Nice. Okay. So then all we need for you is some flux pointing. Yeah, it should be fine. Or I could, realistically... Are those done yet? Yes. How does that feel? Pretty good? And maybe an ender chest. I should probably be automating these by now, right? Probably. Should be on my to-do list. And then you can output items into the ender chest. And then that'll be sucked into the thing. Maybe I'll make that on top, just to keep things, you know. Like that. Is that cool? I like that. Right, so items go on the top. And then if I need to, I can export bus coal into here using refined storage. Okay. I'm thinking I will probably need to. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We might be good. We might be good. Because realistically, we only need 1 duroplast plate for this. But having the ability to do this, you know, more would not hurt. So now you go into there, right? Oh, you don't have a UI, do you? Okay, great. That's cool. That's super. That's super duper. Okay. So in the bottling machine, we need a metal press mold plate. So let's go home. Let's get some steel plate times 3. And over here is where that gets made. Oh, that's cool. And back. And I'm guessing we do something with this somewhere. So are you doing that? You are not doing that. Bottling machine. This is the right thing, right? Yep, bottling machine. All right, bottling machine. How do we use you? The structure is created as shown above, but can be mirrored to form it. Right-click the central conveyor with an engineer's hammer. We figured that out last episode. Can store 8 buckets of fluid, which is input through the ports on the metal tank. Energy is input through the construction at the top. Generally, the body machine will fill a container has been filled version available. Bucket will also accept other items that can store fluids. The machine will hold on to a container it'll completely for, or the machine is not being supplied with any more fluid. Additionally, it serves to create duroplast items from resin and oxidized copper blocks with redstone acid. Okay. Maybe I need to hopper it in, like over here, like we do with the other machines. Let's see what happens when we give you power. Where'd my ultimate universal cables go? Did I put them away? Am I crazy? Oh, there they are. I guess double clicking them wasn't working today. Okay. Ready? Okay. That's cool. So we did it. Duroplast sheets. All right, so if we want this to work, what we need is a crafter here if we want to automate this, right? I'm going to stage this, which means I'm going to, be prepared for this, but I don't know if we need, because theoretically we only need one of these, right? To the point where I'm going to come over here and I'm going to set your input to require a redstone signal. So now you're no longer going to input ethanol, right? I think we've got enough for now. So any future ethanol being produced will stay in here until I give this guy a redstone signal. Okay, so you can even see the lasers disabled there. It's darkened. Oh ho. Cool. All right. So let's get our stone brick out of here. So then that will be that, and then we would have an interface sitting there, just like we do for those, right? So it's the exact same design. So for now, right, I can get a few more of these. And that's cool, right? Interesting. And you, I guess you filled up some kind of, you did. You have 8 buckets in there. Cool. So there's 8 buckets of phenolic resin available. These guys use a quarter of a bucket, so we can get lots of phenolic resin if we need to. At this point, I think we've got most of what we need. That said, another thing we definitely need is the industrial squeezer to make the other thing. So let's get heavy machinery industrial squeezer ready to go. So squeezer, that would be you. And you are a 3x3. Yes. Okay. So let me craft all the stuff I need for this, and then we'll be back to put it together and make hop graphite, because that's another thing we need. All right, I think I'm good to make this now. So let's put it maybe over here-ish. Does that sound like a good spot? All right, so we're going to want, let's pause you, and you're going to be the light, and then I'm guessing those are both pipes, right? So basically we would want pipes, the light engineering block, and then like that. And then 4 barrels, another light, and the redstone. Another light goes on top. The redstone goes here. Is that it for that layer? Yep. And then 3 fences and a piston facing down. Hooray! There we go, industrial squeezer. Nice. Okay. So you can get your own dedicated flux point. No need to dire wire all over the place. And then it's a simple matter of hop graphite is 8 coke dust. And that can be made, does that have to be made? I guess the only way to get coke dust? that the only way? We need a crusher? Do we need a crusher? We might need a crusher. Though it looks like air mill grindstone can do it as well if we wanted to use an elemental craft, but maybe we just get the crusher and call it a day. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So the crusher then, we have another multi-block to make. We're doing all the multi-blocks today. That's got a lot of things, so let me make them again off camera and we'll come back to put it together. All right, so this guy is going to be a 3x2 of steel scaffolding. And again, we'll put it right up against the wall here. So how about, is that cool? Yeah, I think that's cool. And I'm going to face it kind of this way, right? So we'll put the light engineering blocks here. And then you. And then a 3. And then 3 more light engineering blocks. Okay. And then light redstone, light in the middle with fences around. Is that the one you have to click? That's that might be what that is. And then on the top is a 3x3 of hoppers, all facing down. I think the hopper facing direction is important, but I'm not sure if that's still the case. But then, boom, there's your crusher. Neat. And I think this is where power comes in for crushers. So let's get our... All right, I am wrong about where power comes in for crushers. Nope, it comes in over here. We can dire wire it up all day long. I do like that my mining speed is not affected by the fact that I'm flying. That is super cool. Okay, that should work. Okay, now if we got some of you, I'm pretty sure you spit out to the front, so there's like a chest. We could make this an interface if we wanted to. But I don't know if we're going to need it. Like I said, I might just be doing this all once, and then we're cool, right? So what I'll do is just stick you right there. But in theory, this would be an interface. I think I can also hopper it, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And that would be your input then, right? So we can do crafting input there, output here with an interface. If we need to automate it, which I don't know that I do. Okay. And then you can go in here, and then you should get compressed down nice and quickly into our 8 hop graphites, which will be used to smelt 1-to-1. Looks like you just smelt it now. Sweet. That's cool. All right, let's see if I can put this whole mess of stuff together. Good deal. So what I need to make now, and I think I've got all the machinery to do it, or at least all the things to do it, is really just this guy, right? So I need 2 vacuum tubes, right? Which is what? A nickel plate. Oh, a nickel plate. Let's get that automated. I'll make it with this guy, right? Not you. You go in. And then there should be, it's probably near the bottom, this guy. Cool. Give me like 10 of those. And that should be crafting down there. Yay! All right, so now we need vacuum tubes. So this is the trick. You can do that, and now I've got all the components I need. So boom, 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 and vacuum tubes. Nice. Cool? Okay. And then to make this guy, we need some aluminum wire. Okay, which again, we will metal press minus that. In here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so make 10 of those guys. Now I can say, hey, I want this. Okay, now the only thing we're missing then would be whatever this thing is. Unless that was already there. Okay, yeah, no, so we're good. Okay, cool. We didn't need that extra one, but it doesn't hurt. Not a big deal. And that's your advanced electronic components. Done, which means we can make this guy as long as we make one of these. Now to make the redstone bucket is super easy. It's a bucket of water and 4 redstone, right? So we just do that, put it in there. You should be able to make this now because we made our hop graphite ingot. Cool. And now we can make our Tesla coil, which we can then combine into, drumroll please, the Nexium Emitter. Booyah. And that is another piece of the puzzle complete. So now, if we're looking at the ATM Star, right, we should be good with most of the stuff. We still don't have the Wither's Compass because that requires a lot of mechanism antimatter, which is, in fairness, going pretty slowly. But by the time I get everything else done, maybe it'll be ready-ish. Would I say I need about a dozen of those? Where are we at with that? Let's go peek. I'm guessing we're around 5, maybe? Yeah, good guess. Good guess, Direwolf. Just 5. Just 5. So, you know, we're getting there. We're about halfway? About halfway? But besides the Wither Compass, we've got all of these things, right? We've got the Oblivion Shard, we've got the Dragon Soul, we've got the Pulsating Black Hole. Next up is the Patrick Star, which is mostly just concrete, so not a big deal. But what we will need to do is to get into Create. So I think our next big task here will be to automate Create. However, I would like to see if I can get this going, because I needed 2 of these, right? So we need an unobtainium vibranium alloy block. So can we make those? Unobtainium vibranium alloy block. I'm going to need 18 of these to get a blocks version of, right? And this is all the modium. So if I just did that, and then we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in theory, in our basement, this is cooking. Cooking. Now remember, that's a billion RF per craft. So we're currently spending 18 billion RF to make those things. Luckily, we have that amount. Yeah? Yeah? Not too shabby? Looks like my, whatchamacallit over there is running. That's okay. Yeah, you're pulling 3 million RF a tick right now. That is hilarious. Are you guys even keeping up? You are. Yeah, no, you're actually doing a really nice job of doing all this crafting. That is cool. It's actually a little bit surprising to me that you're able to keep up. I'm maybe? Yeah, no, you're doing okay. See, on the bottom it tells you the amount in each thing. So all the modium alloy blocks, we are 4 down, 15 to go. It's going to take a minute, but we'll let that cook, right? So that'll be, in the ATM Star, that'll be these 2 pieces, right? Boom and boom. The unobtainium, all the modium alloy blocks, that will be a large craft, right? How are we doing for nether star blocks? So we need 6,000 of these to make 1 3x nether star. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. 3x nether star blocks. We're about a third of the way there. We might need to amp up our nether star block production line. How much do you store, by the way? You store 524,000. So we have enough storage for them. We're just, you know, cooking right along here, aren't we? Yeah. We're going as fast as we can. I might need to find a way to speed this process up too. So those are two bottlenecks that we know exist at this moment. But I'm going to continue working on other things. I might need to think about a way. I mean, I could scale this up, obviously, right? Instead of just having one self-aware wither target, we could make more wither data models. I might do that off camera, right? All I have to do is right-click the wither data model on a wither. I wonder if I can just... Here's a question. Data model. Can I just right-click it and, like, not kill one at all? Is that an option? And just have it simulate? Because if yes, that would make my life a little bit easier. Hey, where'd my wither go? What happened to my wither? All right, I'm definitely still getting the whole this thing. So I don't know where my wither went, but if I did soul, then not a big deal. Make another one. And wither times 3. Is that the right spot? No-ish. It's so hard to see when you're slowed like that. All right, so he should be frozen mid-grow. Can I click him? Yes, successfully constructed wither data model. Now the question is, can I just throw that in here? So if I take you out and put you in, insufficient data in model, please insert a basic model or better. So the answer is yes. You do need to kill 6 withers to get a data model. Okay. Is there any other way to get these? I really don't know that I want to... So mystical aggradations can have it be this way. That's probably going to be super slow. Because we're going to need 9 of those to get... So we need like 27. So that's going to run into the same problem we have with alloy blocks, but 3 times worse. Because at least alloy blocks we were getting nuggets of, right? This is just nothing. This, there's probably no good way to get. Nope. I think we looked at this and decided no, right? So realistically, it's that. Or I guess we could do alkahestry tome duplication. That's a thing? Yeah. How do we charge it? It's, what is that? Redstone to charge it, I believe. So I guess you could turn 256 redstone into another star. That seems like a lot of redstone, doesn't it? It seems like a lot of redstone to me. It seems like a lot of redstone to me. Because we've got 49,000 right now, right? So like, just for fun, what if we brought up a calculator and said 49,000 divided by 256? That's 191. So right now, we've got 191 nether stars in here. That does not sound like math that I'm favorable of. So I think what I'm going to want to do is between episodes, get like, I don't know, 4 or 5 or maybe 5 more, and we could have like 6 running at once with their data models. They'll start at basic, but just like my other one, they'll eventually work up to self-aware, and that'll give me 6 times the star production. I should do that between this episode and the next one, because I should start that now rather than wait till other things are done. So what I think I'm going to do is wrap up the episode here. I will work on more of these, right? Obviously, I'm going to have to go do this data model thing. So how about I do that, and we'll get, a handful more of them. For now, wrapping up point, Darwell20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will come back, like I said, next time to get started on create. Next episode will be create. That's what we'll do. And we'll I'll designate an area for create contraptions, and then we'll start, with all the create things, right? We're gonna want to get probably a steam engine as quickly as possible. Remember those? Those are super cool. I forget what they're called, but this guy, steam engine. Yeah, him. We're gonna want to get one of these bad boys as quickly as possible. So we'll see if we can start with a steam engine, because we'll have to look at all the components for one. Can I get one right away, or do I have to start with a water wheel? We'll find out. Either way, not a big deal. I will get my 6 of these guys ready to go. I will probably do one at a time. That would probably be smart. And then the other thing we're going to want is more simulation chambers, right? So I'll get more of these happening, right? So for now, Darwell20 sign off. How are my alloys doing? Oh, good, we're there. Cool. I'll get this piece going next episode as well. For now, Darwell20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.